If you're watching this video, then I'm sure you've noticed that over the past few weeks, some really explosive stories have been leaked to the press about Wendy Williams' erratic behavior since the start of the pandemic and the end of her marriage to Kelvin Hunter. Recently, there was a story that in May of 2020, Wendy had a psychiatric episode where she was found in her birthday suit in her condo, playing with herself and yelling obscenities at her staff. She was hospitalized after that, and her team covered for her and said she was hospitalized due to complications with Graves' disease. And of course, it's easier for Wendy's fans to believe that she's suffering from Graves' disease and not mental illness. But other members of her staff are leaking stories that claim that Wendy's biggest health problem is not her Graves' disease at all. It's her mental health, her addiction. Like yesterday, I reported on a story from a source that said that Wendy can't dress herself or hold a conversation some days. If you missed that video, click the link in the top right-hand corner of this video to check it out. The source said that Wendy has some really difficult days some days and sometimes doesn't recognize people on her team that she's worked with for years. And they said that some days she can't even dress herself or hold a conversation. So, being that these stories are so personal, it's presumable that the people leaking these stories to the press are Wendy's staff. They are the people that are trying to have conversations with Wendy that are leaking to the press that she's unable to have conversations some days. And it's presumable that it's the people physically present with Wendy that are leaking stories that she can't even get herself dressed some days. And now a source is confirming to Page 6 that yes, it is Wendy's own staff leaking these stories about Wendy Williams because she has basically cost them their jobs. Page 6 reports, Wendy Williams sources say there is some truth to all the claims that have surrounded the popular talk show host's health. The truth is, this is a quote, the truth is a lot of the stories that you are hearing about Wendy are true and they are coming straight from the staff. The source alleged, quote, it's one thing to see what we have seen in the studio, but it's another thing when certain staff members make it to her home. When the cameras and mics are off, the liquor comes out. The first source also claimed, quote, the remaining staff speak among themselves, but a lot of the stories going around do have some truth to them. A lot of the staff have already left, so the ones who remain do not feel like they have loyalty to Wendy. For what? She's not getting better and she's not coming back, so it's whatever. They wish her the best, but these are tough times and people need their paychecks. Now, that's a fact. People do need their paychecks, and Wendy not returning to her show and it not being renewed beyond this present season means that people that work for the Wendy Williams show will have to find other jobs. The Wendy Williams show has been on the air since 2008, and there are people that have worked on the show since the beginning, and some that came in later that now have to find other employment because the Wendy Williams show has not been renewed. And so they no longer have loyalty to Wendy because they no longer have a job. It goes hand in hand. No job, no money, no loyalty. I understand that. So in my opinion, we can expect to see more of these really personal stories about Wendy's erratic behavior leaking in the next couple of months as her show comes to an end because her staff is over it. They're over it because their jobs are over. And so they're spilling a lot of tea on their way out the door. I'm not surprised, but leave a comment and let me know what you think. Do you think Wendy's staff should be loyal to her and not tell what happens with her behind closed doors, even if she causes them to lose their jobs? Leave a comment and let's talk about it in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.